this year like the news began. At GCS, we're shining bright, guided by faith. We're taking flight, learning and growing side by side. With Christ at the center, we feel the pride. From sports to arts, we're all in the game. Together in spirit, we carry the flame. So listen close, there's much to share. Information flowing everywhere. It's the weekly roundup, don't miss a beat. Great news for school where faith and learning meet. With every update, our community grows. At GCS, that's just how it goes. Calendars, there's fun ahead. Events and activities, just like we said. With teachers and friends, we make memories. From homework to laughter, it's all a breeze. Service and kindness, we hold them dear. Together we thrive year after year. So gather around, there's more in store. A community united, ready to soar. It's the weekly roundup, don't miss a beat. Great news for school where faith and learning meet. With every update, our community grows. At GCS, that's just how it goes. No, 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 oh, oh, no, 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 no. GCS, that's just how it goes. Mark your calendars, there's fun ahead. Events and activities, just like we said. With teachers and friends, we make memories. From homework to laughter, it's all a breeze. Service and kindness, we hold them dear. Together we thrive year after year. So gather around, there's more in store. A community united, ready to soar. It's the weekly roundup, don't miss a beat. Great news for school where faith and learning meet. With every update.
Good morning and welcome to the weekly roundup. We're so glad that you are here. This is the Grace Christian School weekly roundup where we come to you every week and we tell you about all the amazing things that are happening here at Grace Christian School, all the things that have happened and events that are coming up. And you're welcome to join in the chat and join the experience. Debbie, good morning. So glad you are here. We already have 25 friends on board. Hey, I'm your host, Sheriff P, Dr. P, whatever you want to call me. Just don't call me late for dinner. Anyway, hey, if you're new to the channel, please do us a solid and subscribe. Yes, hit that subscribe button, and we would love to have you be a member of the Weekly Roundup family. If you hit the bell, you will also be notified whenever we go live. Later in the show, you'll find out why it's so important that you possibly should subscribe as well as hit the bell, because it's not just about the weekly roundup, it's about some other amazing stuff. Well, let's see here, right around the corner, Thanksgiving is coming. It's going to be a late Thanksgiving, the last week of November, so that means Christmas is going to be, before we know it, Christmas will be here after Thanksgiving. Every year, you, because of your generosity and kindness, donate money, gift cards, and food to your students' classrooms that we are able to give out to the less fortunate. And we couldn't do it without your help and support. But it's a big thing. A flyer that looks similar to this without the turkey that's running around on it was sent home to all of your kids and in all of the classrooms. And basically, it tells what the top 3 priority items are for your class. We split them up between the entire school. Some classes we ask to donate Bisquick and pinto beans. Other classes it's stuffing and a dessert or cereals. So we have it pretty well spread out throughout the entire school. So if every class did that, we would be able to pull them together and create a food box that we're able to give out. As you can see, the drive started on October 21st, and it is continuing until, let me lean in here, till November 15th. And so bring your stuff in. And, you know, I understand times are tough right now. And if you can't donate, you know what? If you would just be willing to pray for this entire event and pray that whoever receives this food is truly blessed by the kindness of all of our families here. Well, I'm sure your kids have told you that last week was Red Ribbon Week. It was an amazing day, or amazing week. We had all kinds of things going on here. They had a wonderful laser show on Monday. On Wednesday, we had a big demonstration for them with some equipment from different law enforcement agencies, as well as a canine demonstration for detection as well as apprehension. And Grace Christian School would like to thank the DEA for coming out, the CHP for coming out, Cypress Police Department, and LAPD. They all sent officers and cars out that our kids were able to look at, and they were able to learn a great lesson about saying no to drugs and understanding the importance of being good people and good citizens and good community members. But thank you again to all those agencies. Red Ribbon Week is an important week, and it's also a fun week for all of our students with all the great things they get to do. Report cards. If you have a junior high student, report cards are becoming available later today, about 4 o'clock. They will be out there, so you will be able to see your junior hire's report card. Report cards should never, ever be a surprise to parents. And I've always told parents that even back in the day when I was teaching before all the electronic stuff, it shouldn't be a surprise to the student. It shouldn't be a surprise to the parent. If you're logging on to RenWeb throughout the year, you should be able to log on once a week and know exactly where your child is. And the most that you might see, if they were sitting at like an A minus and they didn't turn in an assignment the last week and it drops to like a B plus, or B plus goes up to an A minus, or maybe even a B drops to a C because of an assignment. Report cards should never be a surprise. They should just be a confirmation. And basically, it also allows a new start that students can start moving ahead again. If they didn't do so well one quarter, they have a chance to reset and get going for the next quarter. So encourage your students to do well and to try hard as they move forward. You know what? We had this going on the other day, the money tunnel. The other day was yesterday, and we had Vivian out there, and we had Caden out there, and Ethan and Leonardo. They were all out there doing the money tower and getting a chance to earn some money for themselves because of all the hard work that they did on the Charleston Wrap fundraiser. And it was a fun time for them. They won some money. They won some snacks from the snack bar. It was a great day, and everyone had a super time. Well, let's see here. We're up to about 35 viewers right now. We've had 2 likes, so you guys are all sticking on. That's great. Anyway, Parents in Prayer. You know, our Parents in Prayer team meets here every Wednesday at 8:30 in the morning, and they go over to the Teachers Lounge and they pray for our entire school. They pray for our staff members. They pray for you as families. They pray for our students, and they pray for a hedge of protection on our campus. While they're praying, I also have 2 specific prayer requests for all of you. If you don't have the chance because you work or whatever, if you could include these individuals onto your prayer chain. This is a special ask from me. Mr. Moses, our band teacher, as I told you in the last weekly roundup, he was in the hospital. He is now home. He's still not healthy, but he is home and out of the hospital. It's always better to be home than in the hospital. So if you can continue to pray for him, for God's touch and healing hand on him, that he will get back to full speed and be able to come back to work and to his church where he is the music director. That would be greatly appreciated. Also, Mrs. Matson, our junior high teacher, her husband was taken ill and put into the hospital, into intensive care. He was struggling there for a while, and he is doing much better, and we just ask for your continued prayers for him, that God just provides the doctors with wisdom and get him to full speed so he can get back home with his wonderful family. And I know firsthand, as our students do and our families here, that prayer does make a difference. So the more people we can have sending up prayers, the better it is. And I can't thank each of you enough for your prayers. Debbie Novinger says he and his wife have definitely been on our prayers. Thank you, Debbie. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. And I know we've gotten some cards up here and things like that. And I know our parents' prayer team is praying for them today as we speak. Next, PST. Yes, our parent support team has a meeting coming up on the 7th, and they meet they will be meeting out at the teachers benches, out at the lunch benches for their next meeting. So we'd love to see you there. Look to the news and notes and things like that for additional information on our parent support team. Our parent support team does all kinds of things. They did the carnival. They help with Red Ribbon Week. They're going to help our National Junior Honor Society get the boxes together for Thanksgiving. So our parent support team is amazing. They do wonderful things for us. And I encourage you, if you have the ability to come by one of their meetings and find out how you could potentially help them, Nikki Williams would love to hear from you. And I know the rest of the team would also love to have you there. Well, I'm sure this is no surprise to any of you, unless you've been living under a rock. We have an election coming up next Tuesday. And I want to remind all of you, however you vote, voting is a right that you've earned. We have a Hall of Heroes in there, and part of our Hall of Heroes is our military. Our military goes out to defend the ability for us to pray, the ability to have freedom of speech, and the ability to go out and vote for who is going to represent us and our country. Every vote is important, no matter who you're voting for. I encourage you, if you haven't already done so, please get your ballot and take it in. Or if you're going to mail it, you can mail it, or make sure you show up on election day. It's even better if you get your ballots turned in early. Good morning, Anna. We're glad that you are here. With that, I know it's no surprise that this has been a very wild election season. And those of you who have been around in the school for a long time, as we're getting into 60 Seconds to Survive, I'm all about preparation. I'm about security. I'm about making sure that we go through and we have plans together, even if they're plans that aren't needed. Many media outlets, and I'm not sure we can always depend on those, but our law enforcement agencies are telling us that after the election, there could be potentials for civil unrest and things like that. We have gone through and we are starting to prepare for that as a staff. We're also meeting as administration to determine what we do in different situations, and we're not sure where it'll take place. And I pray nothing happens, and we move right on through the election and everything goes. But I want you to know that those are things that we are looking at here at the school, and that's why it is so important to make sure your email addresses are up to date on your portal through RenWeb. It's why it's so important that if you're watching this show right now, that you have subscribed and rang the bell, because if something were to come up and I want to get out to you immediately, this is our number one way to get out to you. To go onto YouTube, it goes live, and you're able to hear us talking immediately, and that's why the subscriptions are so important. It keeps us above a number that we're always able to go live. Also, we'll be able to send emails out. We'll be able to put stuff on our website about what's going on. We're also looking at, is there the potential that we might have to use Google Classroom for a day or two if something were to happen in the community. I don't want you to think, oh my goodness, he's looking at the worst. No, we're being prepared in case something were to come up. So I just want to let you know that we are doing that to make sure that all of our students here and our staff members and faculty are safe, and that we are always being proactive to anything that's going around. So we are coming up to the end of October. We're getting ready to get into the final aspects of fall and Thanksgiving. It's a wonderful time. We have our Veterans Day coming up, where we are going to really thank all of our people who have served in our military and armed forces. You know what? This reminds me, our Hall of Heroes. If you have a family member who has served in the military, we would love to have their picture posted in our Hall of Heroes. If they're military, it's a 5x7. If they're in fire department or law enforcement, a 5x7. Let's see. Aaron says a good public app is Citizen Local Safety Alert, which can send you alerts of incidents that are happening nearby. Thank you. Yes, that would be a good app that everybody can take a look at. So back to the Hall of Heroes. If you have somebody like that, we'd love and we'd be honored to put their pictures up there. We have our, like I said, Veterans Day, and then we have Thanksgiving, which is right at the end, and we're off that final week. And then we move into Christmas, and be ready. Our kids have been practicing for the Christmas program. Our preschool's been practicing for their program. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of great times. But that pretty much brings this weekly roundup to a wrap and a conclusion. I can't thank you enough for tuning in. We popped out here at 45 parents watching. I encourage you to remind other parents that the weekly roundup's on, and if you can't get here during this time, at least watch it later in the day. And remember, you don't have to watch. You can just set it on your seat and listen. You'll get the same amount of content that is if you were watching. But parents, I tell you this every single week. We consider it a privilege to partner with you to develop the leaders of our great country. And all that I ask that you continue to pray for our staff, pray for our students, because we do that for you every single day of the week. And I know that if we have God's hand on all this and covering, we will do even better to glorify His name here at Grace Christian School. So that's about it. I hope you have a blessed day. And until I see you next time, may God bless the trails you ride. Have a great day, everyone.
It's time to tune in, sure as BSU, let the news begin. At GCS, we're shining bright, guided by faith. We're taking flight, learning and growing side by side. With Christ at the center, we feel the pride. From sports to arts, we're all in the game. Together in spirit, we carry the flame. So listen close, there's much to share. Information flowing everywhere. It's the weekly roundup, don't miss a beat. Great news for school where faith and learning meet. With every update, our community grows. At GCS, that's just how it goes. Mark your calendars, there's fun ahead. Events and activities just like we said. With teachers and friends we make memories. From homework to laughter, it's all a breeze. Service and kindness, we hold them dear. Together we thrive year after year. So gather around, there's more in store. A community united, ready to soar. It's the weekly roundup, don't miss a beat. Great news for school where faith and learning meet. With every update, our community grows. At GCS, that's just how it goes. No, no, oh, 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 no, 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 no. No, no, oh, oh, at GCS, that's just how it goes. Mark your calendars, there's fun ahead. Events and activities just like we said. With teachers and friends we make memories. From homework to laughter, it's all a breeze. Service and kindness, we hold them dear. Together we thrive year after year. So gather around, there's more in store. A community united, ready to soar. It's the weekly roundup, don't miss a beat. Great news for school where faith and learning meet. With every update, our community grows. At GCS, that's just how it goes. So sit back and listen, enjoy the ride. In Christ we're anchored, let's walk with pride. It's the weekly roundup, don't miss a beat. Great news for school where faith and learning meet. With every update, our community grows. At GCS, that's just how it goes. No, no, oh, oh, no, 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 no. No, no, oh, oh, at GCS, that's just how it goes. Thanks for tuning in, we hope you feel blessed. With Sheriff P leading, we're truly at our best. No, no, oh, 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 no, 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 no. No, no, oh, oh, at GCS, that's just how it goes. No, no, oh, oh, at GCS, that's just how it goes.